Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and found value in the powerful words of wisdom shared. Before you go, I have a small request to make. If this video resonated with you, I kindly ask for your support in 3 simple ways: liking, sharing, and subscribing. You see, the message contained within this video holds tremendous significance. It reminds us that nothing in life is worthwhile unless we take risks. Nelson Mandela once said that there is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure you can relate to this sentiment in your own experiences. Whether it's in school, applying to college, choosing your major, or deciding what you want to do with your life, people may have advised you to have something to fall back on. But here's the thing, I never understood the concept of having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward because at least that way, I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, we'll never reach the finish line. So, my dear viewer, I urge you to do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test called the 9 dots. You had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to solve it was to think outside the box, to go beyond the boundaries. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and don't be afraid to fail. Dream big. Dream without limits. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson, a legendary baseball player, struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you know what? People remember the home runs, not the strikeouts. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments before inventing the light bulb. Did you know that? The 1,000th and first attempt was the breakthrough. Every failed experiment brings you one step closer to success. You've got to take risks. Now, I know you've probably heard this advice before, but let me tell you why it's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. Embrace it because it's inevitable. In the acting business, I failed countless times. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. It was the perfect role for me, or so I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing, I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition and the next and the next. I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and it didn't matter because there's an old saying, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, sooner or later, you're gonna get a haircut. And guess what? I caught a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker, it was at the Court Theater, the same theater where I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. Now, let me share something profound with you. Imagine yourself on your deathbed, surrounded by the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. These ghosts symbolize the ideas you never acted on, the talents you didn't use. They stand there, angry, disappointed, and upset, because they came to you, hoping you would bring them to life. But now, they must go to the grave with you. So, I ask you today, how many ghosts will be around your bed when your time comes? You see, I just returned from South Africa, a beautiful country with pockets of terrible poverty that desperately need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East, Japan, Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, Philadelphia, all these places and more need your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. Yes, I'm speaking to you, the young people. Although I may be getting a little grayer up here, I know that the world needs your contribution. It needs your time, your talent, your prayers, and even your treasures. So, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have, but rather, what are you going to do with the gifts you possess? Some of you are business majors, theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money, patience, kindness, and love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift may be, what will you do with it? And now, I want to share one last point about failure. Sometimes, failure is the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. Let me share a personal story. I started my academic journey at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I thought I had it all figured out. But then, I stumbled upon a course called Cardiac Morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, couldn't say it, and surely couldn't pass it. So, I decided to switch to pre-law, then journalism. My grades took off in their own direction, and I found myself with a 1.8 GPA. The university politely suggested that I take some time off. At 20 years old, I hit rock bottom. But then, on one fateful day, while helping my mother in her beauty shop, an elderly woman, one of the respected elders of the town, caught my eye. She stared at me with a profound gaze. Taking the dryer off her head, she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a spiritual prophecy for you. You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And you know what? In the years that followed, her prophecy came true. I traveled the world and spoke to millions through my movies. They saw me, and I saw them. But now, I see you, the youth of today. And I'm encouraged by what I see. I'm strengthened by what I see. Taking risks is not just about going for a job. It's about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and ideas. It's about the chances you take, the people you meet, the love you share, and the faith you hold. That's what will define you. So, never be discouraged, never hold back. Give everything you've got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this: fall forward. Thank you for joining me today and listening to my words. I hope they have resonated with you and sparked a fire within you. Now, as we conclude this speech, I want to leave you with a powerful message. Remember, success is not guaranteed by avoiding failure. It is achieved by embracing failure and using it as a stepping stone towards growth and achievement. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to become stronger. So, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, I urge you to take risks, to pursue your passions wholeheartedly, and to never be afraid of failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it fuel your determination to reach greater heights. And as you face challenges and setbacks along the way, always remember the words of Nelson Mandela: there is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, go out there and make a difference in the world. Follow your dreams with unwavering courage and conviction. Use your talents, your knowledge, and your unique gifts to leave a lasting impact. The world is waiting for your contributions, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you is capable of achieving greatness. Thank you once again for your time and attention. Congratulations, graduates, and may your journey be filled with purpose, resilience, and endless possibilities.